Today is a very special day. This is the channel's 1000th video, and for a milestone this big, I had to talk about something that is quite special to me. A project I've watched, and in a tiny way, have been a part of. So, what is up everyone? My name is Olivier, and today we are revisiting SlimeVR, as it has completely transformed itself since the last time we've taken a look at it. A little over 2 years ago, I was in Rotterdam, in the Slime Cave, building my own full-body trackers live on their live stream. It was an amazing DIY open source project that we watched grow from the ground up and turn into a full-fledged product. Today we're going to see what 2 years of relentless passion and innovation looks like, because the SlimeVR of then is nothing compared to the powerhouse that it is today. For those that are unaware, this is a SlimeVR tracker. At its heart, it's a wonderfully simple device. You've got a little box with an IMU chip inside, a USB-C port for charging, a power switch, and this little extension port right here. This is actually very clever. It lets you run a smaller secondary tracker from the main one, so you could have the main larger tracker on your ankle and the smaller, lighter one on your foot. This improves tracking greatly, as it gives more pose data to the server, allowing the inverse kinematics to be more accurate. This is the kind of tracker I built back in 2023. It's a testament to the project's open source DIY spirit, as they even sell DIY packs for you to make this yourself in case you're not comfortable with soldering or DIY designing boards. And as a matter of fact, we've got one of those, and we'll be making it in the future. But it's also important to note that SlimeVR has moved on, and they are definitely not sitting still. This is the future. These are the upcoming SlimeVR butterfly trackers. The biggest change is they've moved from Wi-Fi to a dedicated, low-latency 2.4 GHz dongle for a rock-solid connection. You're no longer relying on all of your slime trackers being connected to your router and working correctly. But the design, as you can probably see, is quite a bit different. It's a unique, flexible split design that puts the battery and the circuit board side by side. This makes the tracker less than 7 millimeters thick and weighs just under 12 grams. You can genuinely even lie on these comfortably in case that's what you want to do. In case you guys want to know more about SlimeVR butterfly trackers, the link to their crowdfunding page is down below. Now, before we dive into the software, let's take a look at the elephant in the room. Precision. Are these as accurate as something like Vive trackers or Tundra trackers? The answer is no. Those systems have sub-millimeter precision. SlimeVR has a precision of about 1 to 10 centimeters. But here's the trade-off. Base stations are incredibly expensive. They require a dedicated play space, careful setup, and if you walk behind a couch or even put your legs or hands behind your back somewhere where they're occluded, you lose tracking. SlimeVR is a fraction of the cost. It requires a zero setup beyond plugging in a dongle or connecting to your Wi-Fi network, and is immune to occlusion. You can literally use them under a blanket. And yes, over long sessions, you might get a minimal amount of drift, but that just requires a quick reset. And I feel like I have to mention the fact that resetting these trackers is as simple as using their double tap chest gesture. You are getting about 95% of the experience at 20% of the cost. That is the trade-off. And for almost everyone, it's an incredible deal. Okay, so the hardware has evolved, but the software is where the real revolution has happened. A lot has changed here since I last took a look at these on the day of July 3rd, 2023. I was already impressed with it. Now, it's truly professional. Back then, we were looking at the beginning of the UI overhaul. Now they've gone a step further. It's still slick, modern, but now most importantly, it features a full onboarding and setup wizard. It holds your hand through the entire process, and the biggest quality of life update of all, over-the-air firmware updates. You no longer need to plug in every tracker to update them. The software does this wirelessly. It's a game changer, and the UI for this makes it super simple. I myself had to go through this OTA process in order to, make sure I have the latest firmware for you for this video, and I can confirm it's really simple, and actually ends up looking more professional than some high-grade company software I've taken a look at in the past. The tracking itself is also smarter. They've improved skeleton constraints, which means the software understands how a human body can move. It prevents your knee from bending backwards or your spine from twisting unnaturally. This massively reduces drift and makes your avatar feel grounded as well. And here is a piece of the software that I find incredibly useful. If you launch VRChat and your settings aren't exactly what they should be, SlimeVR will actually help you set your settings correctly. It's a super useful feature that actually helped me get my setup up and running the way it should be. But here's the big one. The future is in your fingers. This is the most forward-thinking update. The software backend now officially supports finger tracking. And no, I don't mean the kind of finger tracking your Quest sends it. The foundation has been laid for future hardware. This isn't just a body tracking system anymore. It's an entire motion capture ecosystem being built by the community. It's absolutely insane. It means that in the future, we might get to see some open source SlimeVR gloves, which I think is absolutely crazy. And just as I was recording this video, a new update came out for the trackers. Enough talk. Let's take a look at how this actually feels. We're here in VRChat with a full set of slimes, which I have first assigned in my software after connecting them, and make sure to select which position they're in on the body part that you are assigning them to. And also, don't forget to set your body proportions correctly. If you don't do this, you might end up clipping through the floor. This is also very important in order for VRChat to track them correctly. And this time, in VRChat, we're not just going to do some random moves. I've actually written down in my notes here a few tests that we're going to do in order to put these through their paces. First things first, standing still. Let's see if there's any drift right out of the box. Now, some leg lifts and some high kicks in order to, get started with some fast movements. The response is instant, and there is no floatiness. My legs snap right back to where they're supposed to be after I put them down. Now, let's go into a full crouch. While I'm crouching, let's add to that, and I'm going to twist my body from side to side. Notice how the spine and hips move realistically? Those are the skeleton constraints doing their job. Now, the ultimate torture test. It's time for laying down. And this was always a pain with trackers, especially if you have them behind your body, because if you do that, you can't really lay down on top of them. And even if you managed to, usually what ends up happening is your body just kind of snaps around weirdly. I believe this is because of occlusion, especially on lighthouse-based trackers. Obviously, if you have your base station set up somewhere on your ceiling, there's going to be a lot less of this, and usually isn't a problem. But when it is, that's what tends to happen. Here, no problem. And because I can assign the trackers to be in any position on any part of my body, I can even put them to the side and lay face down, if that's what I want to do for whatever reason. I can do leg raises, kick my feet, it's flawless. And zero occlusion. And of course, how could we forget the sitting test? I'm going to try something I haven't done in a very long time. But if you guys remember the beginning of my tests, this was pretty much a given. We're gonna do a handstand and pray that the headset doesn't fly off my face. And once again, SlimeVR trackers prove to me that they are well capable of the job. Let me tell you, I'm super impressed with the updates to the software these have received, and I can tell you without a doubt that I see the improvements happening here. They seem to be more stable, go on longer without needing a reset, and the poses just seem more snappy. And for most people, that 1 to 10 centimeter accuracy is going to be more than enough. Playing titles with this is not an issue. You're really not missing out unless you absolutely need that, which some people do. Some people do need that sub-millimeter accuracy. But if you don't, and you just want to, kick people around in Blade and Sorcery, this is more than good enough. And again, it's like 20% of the price, and if you build it yourself, probably even cheaper. So, there you have it. From a DIY project in the Slime Cave to sleek, comfortable butterfly trackers that we obviously don't have in our hands yet, but I hope to test them out when they come out. From, at the beginning, a fully functional but geeky command line interface to a polished application with OTA updates and intelligent tracking, SlimeVR has grown up. This is the embodiment of what a passionate open source community can achieve. And for my 1000th video, I couldn't be prouder to show you their incredible journey. To the entire SlimeVR team and community, thank you for what you do. You've built something truly special. And this really does show the power of open source, and it does show the power of the VR community. It is why I am so unbelievably excited for the Decard, and for everything Valve does that is open source. I believe more projects like this are to come with the future of the frame. And as more people get their hands on it, as more developers create things that can run directly on the frame, oh, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And talking about that, the SlimeVR server supports Linux very well. So that can run on the frame with no issues whatsoever. And I have no doubts that once the frame comes out, that there will be some kind of shortcut or something that you can launch on the frame to have this launch with your Steam VR or something like that. It's going to be incredible. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for joining me on this milestone. I really want to get a live stream going for this big occasion. I'm not sure whether we're going to do that today or tomorrow, but yeah, it's been an incredible journey. To say that we have come far would be an understatement. And as you can tell, I'm trying to switch things around, and you guys seem to be enjoying it as well, which makes me very happy. This new setup, this whole entire mic thing, I hope the audio is good. I hope you enjoy the framing, and I hope you enjoy the videos. If you like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but let me know why down below. If you're not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And thank you so much to everyone supporting this channel. That includes you, just for watching. That is also support and means the world to me, so thank you. And as usual, if you want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.
No i nic z tego nie będzie. Okej, jak widać, Alexa świeci się na zielono, czyli że skończyła tą instalację i teraz możemy skopiować sobie